Hey, it's Jake Willens here. Today I'm going to talk about outlining and the steps to writing a great essay. Generally, you don't want to just sit down the night before a paper's due, take the assignment, and just kind of crank out from a blank document. There's steps, it's a process. Today I'm going to focus mostly on outlining. Generally, you want to first choose a topic, or sometimes you have a topic assigned to you. A lot of times there's choices. Remember, a great topic leads itself to an argument that's debatable, and you can support it with text. Next step, you want to start to find quotes. You always want to find the best evidence as support. Your quotes are important because your argument will grow organically from the text. Also, if you don't have great quotes, there's not a lot to say in analysis. So it's your evidence, it's your proof, but it's also the meat of what you can talk about. You then start to group the quotes into categories, like, oh, these are about fear, these are about scapegoating, these ones have to do with power. And those will become your subtopics. I use the terminology subtopic. You then start to form subtopics, your topic, and your thesis, which is your overall argument. Then you can do an outline, then you do a rough draft, and then ideally you revise it. Great writing doesn't just happen once. Revise means to re-see. So it doesn't mean you just correct a few spelling errors or grammar. You really re-see the paper. Ideally someone else sees it too and gives you feedback. And you re-see how you can make it better. So it's a process, it's steps. Revision takes a lot of practice. Great writing takes practice. I'm going to show you some sample outlines. For the outlines I'm going to talk about, I'm using the terminology thesis, topic sentence, subtopics, and quotes. You could use Roman numerals, 1A, you could use numbers. It doesn't really matter what you're calling it. It's just kind of your terminology. You want to be flexible. Consult your teacher what he or she prefers. An outline could be something like, in a made-up high school, Wellness High is a truly great school. That's my thesis. That's my argument that I want to prove. If you scroll down, my first topic sentence is about the tremendous resources and facilities. You want to think about how you're going to order your paper so it moves forward. That makes transitioning easily. And it also makes it fluid. Subtopic 1, that is a smaller part of a bigger argument. Wide open green spaces and athletic fields. So it fosters student interaction. You would then have at least generally 2 pieces of evidence to support your subtopic. Those are usually quotes. Sometimes you might have more than 2. Occasionally you could just have 1, but I like to say at least 2. The next subtopic is the technology and dynamic classrooms increase student learning. Then you would put 2 more pieces of evidence. They're usually quotes, okay? Now, notice how it moves forward. Topic sentence 1 then leads to 2. Because there's such great resources, it attracts a great student body. It moves forward. Subtopic 1, the students are kind and respectful. And I'd give 2 pieces of evidence and analysis as my support. Subtopic 2, they're diligent and curious and hardworking and smart. Okay? And then I would analyze at least 2 pieces of evidence as support. Then I could move forward to my third topic. Because they get such great students, it attracts good faculty. See how it's moving forward? Subtopic 1, the faculty are hardworking and care deeply. And you give 2 quotes. Subtopic 2, they're educated and knowledgeable. Okay, so everything is moving forward. You don't just flip subtopics or topics arbitrarily. You think intentionally about the order. On another note, depending on the scope of the essay, some of them may have more than 3 topics. Some of them may have 2 topics, less than 3. So it kind of depends on the scope of the essay. If you're writing a major research paper, you're going to probably have a lot of body paragraphs. If you're writing an in-class essay for 45 minutes on a Mice and Men or a book, you might just have 1. So it really depends. On another note, you could need more than 2 pieces of evidence to support a subtopic. By the way, a subtopic is just another way of saying a smaller section of a bigger topic. You could need more. They don't always have to be even also. I say one topic might have a little bit more evidence, that's okay. But really consult your teacher and be flexible. If we look at another outline, let's say I said yoga is the greatest form of exercise. Subtopic 1, it provides a great physical workout. Then you would break it into 2 areas. It gives you flexibility, it gives you core strength. and you'd have at least 2 pieces of evidence. Now, because it allows you to feel so good physically, it also helps your mental state. See how it's moving forward? And then you break it into 2 areas. It makes you focused and attuned. It makes you calm and serene. And then if I scroll down, the third one, because your mental state is good, your emotional, spiritual can come in. And I break it into 2 pieces. It helps you access your feelings, and it makes you feel connected to a greater whole. Each of those subtopics should have at least 2 quotes and analysis to support it. Now, I did not outline the intro or conclusion paragraphs. Some teachers, or you might want to. That's up to you. I just outlined my body paragraphs. Again, that's a writer's choice and a teacher's preference. Similarly, you may need more than 2 subtopics, you may need more than 2 pieces of evidence. You have to be flexible both in what you call them and how much there are. In the upcoming book, I have a last look sheet that helps you at the very end edit your paper. So I'll talk about that later. But remember, to review, great writing takes steps, you break it down into stages, you outline, you revise, and you really set yourself up for success. So thank you, and I hope this lesson was helpful.